This is the Universal Wrestling Podcast. Inside the ring. Outside the ring. It's all here.
We're talking about the greatest sport of all, professional wrestling.
Come on. And now, here's Nick and Keith.
Yeah, well, let's do it. Let's get to 2025 predictions. Keith, there's a lot, I mean, Jordan Grace signs with the WWE.
Right. There's some
Io
obvious
Sky wins the Rumble. So does John Cena. AEW, has a new title, launches a new title. There's just a lot of things that are just obvious. But in your opinion, let's do just a few predictions and then a big, fat, juicy, bold one. What do you got? Let's hear some.
So, I mean, there's the obvious ones. Jordan Grace, Joe Hendry. There's probably some other names I'm not thinking of either that they're coming to the main roster from WWE. Maybe they're going to NXT first. I don't know, but I feel very confident Hendry is going to be in the Rumble. I feel very confident in saying that. Jordan Grace probably will be again too, but I feel very, very confident in saying Hendry will be in the Rumble. I'll say that for my biggest one because I did it last year too, but it's fine. Spoiler alert on that. I think we're gonna. I feel like we're eventually, and I don't know if it'll be this year or not, but I think we're gonna eventually get a return to like the real WWE network. Peacock isn't doing it for anybody. The Netflix thing is getting confusing. Like I just feel like we're at this point with like the way everything is presented, like being all over the place. Like NXT is on the CW. SmackDown's now on USA, which is weird. That's like never really been a thing, but that's weird that they're there now. Raw is on streaming while the rest of everything else and the PLEs all go on to this other streaming service. Like, I don't understand like why this had to happen. Like, you guys had your own service that we all loved. Just do that again, please. Like, maybe that's more of a want than like a prediction, but like, it's just a nightmare sorting through the crap on Peacock for it all.
Oh, absolutely.
I also not as bold. Maybe I think Styles retires this year.
Okay.
Or at least announces retirement toward the end of the year. Maybe if he's not done this year, maybe toward the end he'll be like, I have like one more year left on my contract or whatever, and that's going to be it for me. Because he's just rightfully time. I mean, the dude is he's arguably the biggest name that was not in WWE for so long. Like, what else? Lucha Brothers, that's not really a prediction. That's like already happening. Lucha Brothers are coming to WWE too. I'll leave it there for now because that's going to kind of tie into my big one I'll give after here's some of yours. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say Oba wins, but that happened, and it was great.
You were right. You just didn't. We didn't do the prediction before the time it happened, but you were right. You can say that. That's fine.
Again, some obvious
yesterday.
Some obvious ones. I think Rated FTR wins the trio. I mean, that just makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Just why wouldn't it happen? I do think Cena wins the Rumble. I don't think that's a bold prediction. I think having him on Netflix and saying, I haven't won a match in 4,881 days. Well, yeah, buddy, that's because you haven't been here.
You've been gone for 2,000 of them. Yeah.
Again, I think, I'm with you. I think Hendry does make an appearance. I think that's something you want. I don't know if this is really big. I don't think this is bold, but I'm going to say it. I think Big E will wrestle in 2025. I just think I don't think that's bold, right? Like, we've seen him with the New Day.
It's tough, man. It's tough to know because
we don't really know, right? Yeah.
I feel like it's being maybe not them or him like so much and whatever. He doesn't know it to anybody to have to be like upfront about it, but it's like I just feel like he was sharing a lot of like update stuff on it and everything. And then like the last big one was he was like this was like over a year ago. He's like, I have like I have to like be reevaluated at a year and they'll know more there. And like that came and went and there wasn't really anything after. So I don't know if they did that evaluation. They're like, dude, I don't really know. So like it seems like he got really jacked up from it. And I don't know. So that is potentially, yes, very bold.
Okay. What do you think about this?
If it did happen, but
what do you think about this? Is this bold? I think maybe it's not bold, and maybe it may or may not happen. I think it's just something we want. We want Big E to, return.
Oh,
We want
absolutely.
a Jordan Grace to sign with the WWE. And I think we also want Sheamus to win the IC title. I mean, that's
Yes.
something. And I feel like AJ Styles and Sheamus may be on that same level, right? Of
Yeah.
it might be time, not it might be, but they might think it's time to hang up the boots. And
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Sheamus doing it like out of anyone. He's been there again, constant. Keith, you go back to
Yeah.
constant. Drew was constant in 2024. Sheamus has
He's
been constant with the WWE just in
yeah.
general.
Was Sheamus on
Yeah,
the
he was
ECW
injured.
reboot? Or
What's
am I
up?
nothing. I was trying to think. I was trying to like think of when Sheamus started. I was like, was he showed up on ECW? I think like the ECW reboot.
Yeah,
I thought, but I might be wrong on that. Anyway, sorry,
yeah.
totally off topic.
No. Again, those are not. I don't know if they're big or bold,
Hmm.
but I think it could happen. And I guess this is not bold either. And I think everybody again is thinking this. And I don't know, but let's toss up the idea, and then we'll get to the bold predictions. This is big. This is 2025. I think we're all thinking this. Cena did announce the Rumble. He's going to compete in the Rumble. What do you think that leads to? Woo! That leads to 17 time. He breaks the record, which is not really a record because
Yeah, which is
Flair has won 8,000
a
titles with
billion
the
of them. Yeah,
NWA, 6 titles in the South Jersey Wrestling of all wrestling. It's just
the Tri-State
you know,
Wrestling Alliance.
yeah. But does that happen? And then we'll get to the bold predictions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I support it necessarily, but I do think it will happen. Um,
Yeah,
just because, again, I love the nostalgia and all and everything, but like, it's kind of like, I guess I guess it's just because like right now I don't know how you use that to like elevate someone else in the world title scene to take it off of him because he's retiring, so you
yeah,
can't keep it on him for too long. So it's like if you're going to take it off of Cody or off of Gunther for that, like sure, Cena Gunther in a match, hell yeah, that'll be cool. Um, but like if he's going to lose that to Cena for Cena to then retire, it's like, I don't
yeah,
like that at all. You just like completely wasted him for no reason, you
yeah,
know. So I do think it will happen. I just want to know. I'm very trepidatious about it because I don't know what happens from that and everything.
yeah.
So,
Keith,
um,
drum roll, please.
yeah. What do you
Let's
got?
get to it.
Let's get
Bold
your bold, and
prediction.
then well,
All right,
I'm gonna cut in. Let me do mine
let's
first.
hear
'Cause
it.
I actually don't know how bold mine is. Let me start
Let's
with mine
hear it.
because yours sounds like it's gonna be actually really big.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
got it all booked.
so my bold one. I sort of said it last year and it didn't come true. I think I did actually say it last year and it didn't come true this in 2024. But I just based on some things and some whatnot, I do really feel like it is going to happen this year. I think at some point in 2025, there's going to be a pretty mass exodus of
Oh yes.
talent from AEW. I don't necessarily know about releases. I don't know that it'll be releases, but there's going to be a big big exodus of talent just because of like the way the kind of nonsense has happened with um Ray Phoenix's stuff, like how everyone was like we all got like super pissed off when it was like when Brody Lee was trying to leave and they were like, oh well, we're adding like 6 months onto your contract for like injury time or whatever. And it was like, dude, that's such an evil corporation thing to do. Like, that's so evil of WWE. Just let him go. Let him be free. Da, 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 da. And now here we are, fast forward in 2024, and AEW pulled the exact same thing on Ray Phoenix. So it's like,
Yeah.
And just between the stuff like that and just the pool of talent that they have that they're just not using. Like, where is Miro? Is he under contract? Is he still wrestling or is he not? And maybe that's some of that is his own personal life, not wanting to like get people into it or anything, but like no idea where he is. He hasn't even really been mentioned on TV or anything like this entire year. There's all the
Yeah.
obvious stuff that's been all over the place with Ricky Starks. Like he's clearly not that happy and wants to get out of there. And I don't blame him because again, where the hell has he been? I'm pretty sure he hasn't wrestled since Sting retired either. He got retired.
Oh
Him and
yeah.
Big Bill had the tag belts and they lost them, and then he just was gone. Like, that's been it. I haven't seen him since with nothing, no follow up to that. He just lost the belts and disappeared.
True.
Malachi is not doing anything. I know I said it for last year, but I feel like maybe we're looking at it more for this year instead of last year. But yeah, I think again, I don't know that it's releases. I don't know if it's just like people walking out or whatever, but there's just, they have so many people under contract that they're not doing anything with that, like, what's the point? And especially when you look at like WWE having all these, like having this Netflix and this whatever else they got going on, like, just try it there. And if not, you're not any worse off than just going to the indies again. But that's me. Yeah. What do you got? What's the big one? I want to hear it.
All right. This all stems from John Cena returning. We know he's a giver. He hasn't won a match again, in 8,868 days. We get that. I think that continues to an extent. I do think, yes, he gets the 17th, but I don't think it's against Cody at WrestleMania 41. I don't think it's at WrestleMania. I think it's against Gunther at some point in Gunther's career. I think this would help Gunther. I don't think it does anything for Cody and Cena. I mean, Cena beating Cody does what? What does it do? Cena beating Gunther, it's like, okay, Gunther's taking another step back. Let's see what happens. We didn't even see him on Netflix. I mean, we did, but it was a promo. So I don't know where that goes. But again, this stems from John Cena. So John Cena wins. He beats Gunther. Okay. Dom Mysterio having a huge 2025. I think he does it. I think he beats Cody Rhodes. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I think
Dom beats Cody.
Yes, I think it happens.
Whoa.
It's just, man. It's just it, man. If you look at it, he has everything. He may not be the greatest wrestler in the ring, but they ain't giving it to Logan Paul. Wow. They're not giving it to Austin Theory. They're not giving it to Grayson Waller. They're not going to give it to Brock or Braun Breaker. I mean, I don't know. They're all in cahoots, I don't know, but Dom's going to have a huge year, and I think Dom finishes his story, and I think he does. I think he beats Cody. I think it makes the most sense. That's the big one. Other than Charlotte coming back and just killing Queen of the Ring, the Rumble, everything that I want to see, main eventing WrestleMania 41, beating the likes of whoever, I think she's just, again, I'll get all the hate, but I love it. That's the big one. I think Dom wins the championship. Big. It has to. I hope we're sitting here.
I hope we're sitting here in like October being like, I cannot believe you called this shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it's a while. That is bold. That is very bold.
You got to do it, buddy. You got to do
it though. I can
Why
see
not,
it. I get where you're coming from. It would be a nuclear heat thing on him too. Shit. Especially if he does it, like if he beats him like dirty in some way, because he's dirty Dom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't want to say like, and you can't say like, what we saw this year, like, Dom wins Money in the Bank, then cashes it in at, Mania.
Right.
I mean, that would be another great story, but I just give it to him, man. Give it all. Thank you for tuning in. This was a hell of a time. We appreciate all the millions and 46 views and millions. Give the people what they want. How can they find you?
You already know. Still on those same spots. I'm on X and on TikTok at Keith of the Ring, and then on Instagram at _ Keith of the Ring.
Yep. You can find us Universal, UWPOD.com, whatever, everything, all social media sites. Just go UWPOD.com. Again, we appreciate it. We'll see you next time right here on the UWPOD. Peace.